Hello, everyone. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. It's such a nice, and we have done our class a month already. And yes, we're getting to midterm projects kind of ways. And right now we have special seminar with Ajahn Pranom, and she's carry on a class called THESIS with the graduate student, and it's such a good opportunity that we are can like cooperate and do something fun. Could be great for our student, for my student as well. Like we are second year student from international course. We call ourselves idea, and I guess like you are all here, right? If you are all here, wave your hands. Maybe I could stop sharing. So yes, hello Prem, hello Kiko.
Morning.
Yes. Oh
Morning,
Pim,
everybody.
oh I never met you such a long time. Okay. Hi. Okay, and
ค่ะอา
such
จาร
a
ย์ไก่
very
สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีครับอาจารย์แนนสวัสดีครับอาจารย์ไก่
สวัสดีค่ะ We let the third year student of idea to join
Oh, that could be great. That could be great.
because we will start this we learn urban so that why they will understanding of gas from อาจารย์ไก่ Pranom and the team so ค่ะ thank you
Welcome Ajan Nan to join us as well. Like she bring her class with us today with third year student. And oh, that's nice. That's Zoe. Hello. I never met third year student for like almost a year already. Hey, how you doing? And now I'm with second year student, which is so nice to me as well. I get okay. Right now we're waiting for members. And today we have like a small talk from Anna. Anna is a graduate student. Anna, say hello to the others.
Hi, good morning,
Hi.
everyone.
Can
Good
Anna
morning,
introduce
Anna.
yourself, please?
Um,
Just to have a chat before who will start further.
okay, my name is Napasaporn Phomte, so you can call me Anna. Yes, I'm a graduate student from Ajahn Pranom Group. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, Anna is from Lampang, and it's also her topics today.
Yes.
And in our class, we also have Ne Than Vimon. Say hello to the class, please.
Hello, everyone.
Hello,
And
Nate.
Yeah, my name is Than Vimon.
please.
Come from Chiang Mai, and I'm a graduate student. Might explain
Maybe
about the topic.
It's okay. They will also join us in the next session. Ajahn Pu said it's after midterm, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'd like to introduce myself as well to the class. I'm quite new to the idea, right? I think many of you don't know me, but I teach in the architecture 5 years curriculum, and also I help Ajahn Nan sometimes with the urban in the second term. So maybe I meet you guys in the second term. And what else? Okay, I think that's a very short introduction. You can call me Ajahn Kai, okay? For a very short instead of my full name.
Every Thai members have to have like a nickname because like our full name is pretty long, so it's pretty hard to add to get it. So Ajahn Kai, Ajahn Pu, and also like we have Ajahn Nan from urban class from third year student, and so we have another guest like Ajahn San just joined us for like yes, just like a listener. And maybe he will like speak up something. I don't know, but yes, it would be great that he speak up something after we have some seminar. Okay, let's start the class. And I think like some of you already woke up, right? It's 1 hour in advance in China, right? It could be like 12 o'clock already. Okay, let's start the class. So this is like our first seminar, which is like we combine with Ajahn Kai from THESIS course, and we kick off with like the seminar called Public Space in a New Normal Life. And this could be great, like we experience space, we experience urban space, but why we having like the pandemic of COVID-19, we have to change our life as a new normal life. And new normal life challenge us very much, like in China, Thailand, all over the world, like we have to be quarantined, we have to have like social distancing. And what about public space would be like during this pandemic? Like I get it's very challenging as an architect as well. Like what would we define, or where is potential, where is like the productive public space still existing? Even we have to hang out, we have to hang in the room, we have to hang in the private space, and we can go down, but we can keep the social distancing to each other. Still public space works, or public space will change. I don't know, like let's talk about this. And we have like Anna, who will open session for speak up of her like proposal from her master degrees. And then after that we brainstorming about like what is your idea about public space, your public space in your hometown, which is where you are right now, will change or not. Like we can talk about that, maybe in China, in Thailand also, like we still use public space for sure, but how you do it. And for the final periods, we will closing ceremony, like we will wrap up something from Ajahn Pu and Ajahn Kai. We wrap up something and give you an idea. And for the next week, we will carry on this seminar, which is like our class, like perception of architectural space, will be the one to present back to the class from of Ajahn Kai. This is class. Okay, so may I speak up about like the what we have done in the class? Like we have 11 members, second year student, and also including me. So this is the colors that we represent ourselves in the first class, and I think like this is represent kind of way that you think you are right now. And we have like the first assignment that I bring every member to taking a photo, street photos, or maybe like you never you're not here anymore, you live in China or your hometown, you have to find out your pictures, which is you took it from Chiang Mai and then represent Chiang Mai kind of way to represent Chiang Mai. And I provide them for 3 groups. The first group is took a photo from the street and represent the street cultures very well. We call this group like street story. And another group took a photo which is like represent Chiang Mai with the rhythm of the graphic, rhythm of the signage, rhythm of the light. So I call this group rhythm. And the last group, they took the photo which is represent landmark, represent the tangible things, which is like we can see these pictures and oh, this is Chiang Mai because we went there. So this is like a tangible group. So this kind of 3 groups bring on to another assignment called adjective Chiang Mai. They will provide to represent Chiang Mai with 1 adjective. So the first group represent Chiang Mai with like the lifestyle. They use lifestyle as an adjective and represent Chiang Mai in the video, which is they colliding the footage of Chiang Mai, collaging the pictures of Chiang Mai that they have in their stock, in their memory card, and represent Chiang Mai with the street story. Another group, luckily like this group have members in Chiang Mai, so they went out and took a photo from like the street and then try to find the rhythm in the urban scale. And luckily they found out that Chiang Mai have very interesting about the horizontal line, which is we have from the Deutsche Tape, and also like which is like our city have very low lines building. So that's why we can pursue and perceive the horizontal line very well. And the last group, they use the tangible, so they went to like the place that they have the memory on, and then collage the videos, and all of this memory represent with and without saying this is Chiang Mai. So from that, they will have the final, not the final, but last test assignment. They represent Chiang Mai in their own way and represent in the 2D dimensional drawing. So the first group, they bring out the street Chiang Mai and collaging the lifestyle on the street. They use the dot to represent Chiang Mai without representation of Chiang Mai. They were creating Chiang Mai from their own, and another group they finding the rhythm from the rhythm of the Chiang Mai with the footage of the horizontal line, the represent with the line without saying Chiang Mai, but represent the perception of space kind of way. And the last group they use plane to represent Chiang Mai with the mood and tone, and Chiang Mai with the tangible. Try to recreations. Try to refining and redefining Chiang Mai with the plane design. And that's it for our class, which is like very rough. And I think this class will kick off to bring them, to spark them to think of like not just only personal idea, but thinking of public space and try to find like where is the common area, where is the public space in the bigger area in the city. So that's the wrap for me. And I think this could be Anna to open session about public space in a new normal life.
Yes, just a short sentences before Anna start, because public space used to represent like public life of the city, so it's quite important. And now, as Achan Pu introduction, that what will happen or what happens during this time, it will be very interesting, especially for all of us who are placemaker or designers, and we'd like to know what happened and what can we deal with this kind of situation. So thank you very much, Anna, please.
Yes. Ajahn, can I share screen? Can
For sure, I had to stop share first, right? Sorry. Okay, so for anyone in our class, like if you have any questions, any suggestions, you can type on the chat, or maybe like you open your mind and just like speak up. That would be nice, like this seminar, not a lecture. So feel yourself at home and then speak up.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. My name is Napasapon Phomthep. Today, I am going to talk about a piece of my research on guidelines for the design of public space in the Thamao community to support a new normal life. First, I will talk about the rationale of the research. Next, I will talk about the research approach. And after that, I will present you to the research question. And finally, I will show you the task to ask you to answer the question for research. If you have any question, I will try to answer all of your question after the presentation. Yes. Start with, over the years, people have recognized the importance of public space for community activities. Public space means an area or place that is open and accessible to all regardless of gender, age, or socio-economic level. And that's an area where people meet for do the activities. And public space, also the importance of the city as a space in the social world where individuals come together to freely meet and discuss social issues, politics, and economy issues from the debates various information we will share in public area. So the last public space therefore play as a role as a mechanism to promote interaction between people in the community, and is a key to make strong community and create identity to this public space. As well as green space, where is the green cover or an inside, outside, and people can use the element of the urban planning that we learned before. We must be designed to have a park with different type of landscaping. Without this, we make life unhappy. This indicates that green space are important to city. And if considering the benefit of green space would be useful. So green space made the world a good, attractive environment and to be a sort of recreation and place of recreation for people in the community or of age. and it's something that connect people to be in close with nature to make it a sustainable community that contribute to mental rejuvenation and health promotion. But nowadays, when the coronavirus pandemic with its contagious disease, that's what recently discovered, this coronavirus pandemic was not known before. The coronavirus pandemic is now spreading around the world, affecting many countries around the world. So people will get sick. COVID-19 have affect different people in different way because they spread primarily from person to person. So fighting this disease is responsibility. You must protect yourself and others by making this simple precaution. It's like wear a mask, wash your hand often, or monitor your health daily. So this one is called a new normal life. In terms of using space use, COVID is an COVID-19 make a space is an important variable in living situation. So have to take care of ourselves in order to live. Our expectation of the duration of event have also been disturbed. We need look no further than COVID-19 itself. So the pandemic is uncertainty to how long it will last indeed. We cannot know that because the COVID-19 always update themselves in another version. So behavior has changed in order to strictly adhere to the principle to prevent infection, making the space unable to be used as before. So the design of the public space had to be adapted with situation that arise so that people can live together. So we must make a social distance and stay away from other people 2 meters or avoid a crowd in order to use space. So a new rule of public space is practiced during COVID-19, such as New York and Amsterdam. Domino Park in New York, that's made by the CDC and government. People staying indoor for a long period of time may not be good for many people. So parks are open to people using the principle of keeping their distance. So the project generates a series of chalk pen circles put in a 30 circle. Each circle is about 8 feet or 2.6 meters in a diameter and 6 feet or 2 meters apart. And another one is in Amsterdam. This project want to have a more space for people can stay outside. So they change parking area to public space where people can do activities together during pandemics. For the research approach, we live in northern Thailand. Thailand was also affected in terms of lifestyle that had to change to a new normal life. It is interesting how the area changed during the pandemic. So I choose Lampang Thamao city, that is my hometown. So I am interested to research. I hope it will good for my hometown. Lampang is the one of the important historical city of the north and has a historic community with Thamao community. As a community with cultural diversity from the past and still had a normal way of life that represent communities. So we go to the Thamao communities to be the start point for exploring, observing, interviewing and analyzing public space in the community. After that, the data were analyzed using a physical model of public space for the community to see the potential, the problem, and see change in use of space and activities, and there to find a way to design in the future. And then there is a map about Thamao community. That's the red line show the scope of the Thamao community, and the red line show the main road of that people always use, and the second show is about the second road that people use in the community. And another map is about building. The blue is government building. The red is commercial area, and the yellow is the house, and the last one is the green is public space that I can find 4 public space. One is multi-purpose yards, 2 is public space river side, 3 is midday space, and 4 is walking street. Next is the result of the exploring interviewing about public space in Tamao. One is multi-purpose yards. It is an area and for activity in community prepared by a government project. Now is called according a government order. To eat public space riverside is an area with a long line along the Wang River. Is an area to sit and relax or exercise prepared by a government project. And during COVID-19, there are so many people come to use the area. And number 3 is midday space. It is an area with a wide variety of activities that make from a group private organization. Now is called according to a government order. And the last one is walking street. Is an area walking street that show the story about living in Tamao communities prepared from a government project and now host according to the government order. So from my observing about public space, most of people choose the place that have a large space and that can distance and all of gain. From the research that show about behavior and space in during COVID-19, in terms of the behavior, people continue doing with order to protect themselves from COVID-19, but they stay long hours in their home or indoor space. Some may get sick and want to and still need to go to outside and relate to nature to protect themselves. So it's called new normal life. In terms of space, most of people change a favorite place like a shop, a store, a cafe to a green space or the space that have more space outside or have more ventilation. So the design of public space and green space is now important task of the city during the pandemics. So the design are important from my observing. People are still interested using the space for good physical and mental health during COVID-19. It is necessary to adapt to the situation and the activity of the community so that people can live together in an era of new normal life, which is full of measures that are mandatory for living and using space. The objective of the research is to understand the lifestyle of the people in community during COVID-19 and to know the use and need of the activity in community in order to lead the way the design of public space to support the new normal life and can be the guide to the government that can make it there. So the one is the research question is how to develop or design public space in the Tamao community to appropriate and consistent with the activity of the community to support the new normal life. So this one is the reference, and this one is I would like to ask you favor to answer the question. I like to make a quick survey about your public space. So the question is about your personal just like to know your living country, your daily, also I can understand the contact of you. And the last is describe about the public space that you want to use. I will send the link to the chat after that. So, however, I hope after that people will have a public space that people need and suit a new normal. Like, thank you for your attention, and after I will answer all of question.
Thank you, Anna. It's such a nice presentations, and I think maybe those of my students have any questions or any opinion about like what just Anna just presented. So if you have any questions, raise your hands or maybe like open your mic and we can have a talk before we jump into like the questionnaire that Anna want us to complete it. Have you had any questions? For me, I think that's pretty nice that Ajahn Kai just mentioned. Public space is not just a space. It's about like life. It's about like people in the city who participate to the city and we use our life in those space. And it has to change because our life has changed, right? So if we think like our life have changed, but the area not have to change because when we get back to post-COVID, that maybe it's the same. I don't think so. I think like we have a couple years, almost 2 years right now that we have changed our life. And then I don't know what next. Like maybe they will have like a crazy pandemic, then COVID, maybe, I don't know. But right now we have like social distancing. It's the new normal life right now. We cannot trust. We can. It changed a lot. Like I really like the case study that Anna just shown in New York City that they have another graphic to providing the space between the people from like 2 square meters at least for any single people to have like they keep maintain spacing to each others. That could be nice, but I don't know, like somehow if we design like that, they don't have like some social connections. It's so solid, it's so strict. Like we are human, like we have to like we cannot walk like a robot. Do you think about that? Or maybe and you have any ideas, maybe we would talk with people who live in Chiang Mai right now. Prem, you are not Chiang Mai hometown kind of boy, but you live in Chiang Mai. Do you see any different or like the change of public space in Chiang Mai during COVID-19? Hello, Prem. Yeah.
Sure, I can see that we cannot access somewhere.
Uh-huh. So where you want to go and where you can go, you can get access to. Where is it?
Bar.
Bars, a nightclub. You considering nightclub as a public space? That okay, but it's public building, not public spaces. But anywhere else, like, do you jogging? Do you have a hobby outdoor before COVID-19?
Or like open air or markets?
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you have difficulties during this time apart from the nightlife?
A restaurant nowadays.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Like I'm afraid to sit and eat in a restaurant.
Right.
That's right. Some of restaurants they open it indoors and outdoors and some kind of street food. It represents how we interact with public space kind of way. But anyway, I think there's someone who drawing the flea market from Chiang Mai, which is like he really like alley in Chiang Mai. Kang Cars. Yes. Finally, you can change wallpaper. That impressed me. Okay, speak up. Like, what do you think? Like in Chiang Mai or China that you are right now, it changed the public space or maybe like the market that you went through, maybe flea markets in alley will change or not?
I think Chiang Mai is changed a lot. Some of particularly restaurant in Chiang Mai I really like, and right now I cannot. Some of now is just closed, and some of is you can take away the food. Yeah.
Oh, you live in Chiang Mai right now, right, Kai?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
that's nice. That's nice. You can see the difference a lot. And what about like walking street or flea market in Chiang Mai?
Actually, I don't go out very often.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Or do you jogging? Or do you have like any participation in like Angel or maybe like in the public space in the park?
Um,
Nope.
Maybe sometimes I will take a
Mhm.
walk in CMU, and
Ah.
but right now it's closed. Yeah.
Mhm. Oh, that sounds sad, but I don't know. Like you just went to university for your sake, but I don't know why you go there anyway. But that's nice that talking to me. Maybe another person like Kiko. Congratulations that you can change your background as well. Yes, Kiko, what do you think about public space during the pandemic?
I think it's like the crowds it act suddenly to crowd become the
Yeah.
and people maybe some people need at home to work or study, or some people lose their work, so in the streets the people is we lose the people in the streets.
Mhm.
Like,
And may I add some more question? I mean, all of you, do you think about the public space as a social interaction space? Do you do things with your friends, with your relatives in public space at all, or only in your private area?
Are you like yeah?
Have you ever think
Whenever
of
I'm walk in Angel with my friend, my girlfriend, together and we talk.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. So you use Angel as like the social interactions in the public space,
Sometimes.
which is nice. And speak more like how do you use it? Like you just drop your bike where and how you enjoy there.
Like everyone do, walk around,
Walk
sometimes
around.
run.
What do you think? Like
Different.
it different from the pandemic or not? Like when you went to Angel, you have to keep social distancing and you have to wearing mask, right? How do you feel?
And
Okay,
not okay.
you're not okay.
I don't want to wear a mask while walking.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
right? Ajahn, I think maybe Anna hasn't explained well about her questionnaire, or
yeah.
would you like to pay more attention on that right now?
Yes, maybe we can talk about the questionnaires that Anna wants us to complete it. So Anna,
Right.
can you share the screen about
Yes.
questionnaire and we can jump into it? That's great. Yeah.
Your students may have more idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is my answer. That's about the question. Yeah.
So the first part, I think Anna's like to ask about the personal information, which
Yes.
just what is it? Ordinary information for us to understand who you are and how you use the public space. And also, I think one thing Anna hasn't explained very well is the short description about your city. I mean, wherever you choose to the situation to answer this question, just describe a bit But if it's Chiang Mai, it's quite okay for us because we all know Chiang Mai. But if it's somewhere like in China, we really don't know how large is your city and what is the function. I mean, is it a big one? Is the governmental city or is a commercial city or something? You can just a very short description for us to understand. It's a touristic city or whatever. And this is the first part. I think it's quite important for us to understand your context, right? And Anna, please go on.
This one is I choose Lampang, and this one is short description about my city. So I just write is Lampang is one of the important historical city of the north and have historical community with culture diversity from the past and still have the way that represent the city as a historical and make a strong community. Yes.
Can you zoom in a bit, Anna?
Yes.
Okay, that's better.
And the question is, how do you currently using public space during the pandemic? About where is my answer is media space. That this one is in my hometown Lampang. Yes. And what time of the day I go to media space when I'm in Lampang every Saturday morning, and to activity of the when I go to I have breakfast and sit and talk. Yes. So I go with my family because my family live in my hometown, live in Lampang. Yes. And for how long or how often of the public space that I go, I always go every Saturday until the time of lunch. I go at 9 and end of the time is 12. Is about 3 hours there. Yes. So this one is the first question about your public space that you use. Yes. And
can it be more than one, Anna?
yes, you can write more than one. So for me, I am a outside person, so I will go to meeting space or walking street every Saturday or every Sunday. Yeah. So just like to have lunch, have breakfast, and sit and talk with family. So and the next question is describe about your preference of public space that you want to use. So I draw this one, and so you can draw or you can answer it in the question. So my public space that I want to have is have a large public space that with open space have more tree that the people can do all of activity and have a sit and relax here. Or and in during COVID-19 the public bench can also change to the another one, or that help people can stay outside for longer, or have bicycle lane, or have sidewalk that make people healthy. Yes, so I just draw it and upload it. Yes.
So I guess and like to ask your preference of whatever happen now or not happen now, but you like to have. So it's also the present and future preference, I think. If the public space you use doesn't have this kind of thing that you like to have, you can also draw it or put, the description of it. It's fine. And the link,
The link I will send you in the chat that everyone can get an
That's great.
answer is.
it must be great, Rajanen, if your students can also answer these questions if you like.
Yes, yes. Let Ajahn Pu call her name. I think they can answer because they just learning about basic urban in surrounding their town about COVID-19
great.
situation at there. So that's why they will try to answer. I think they can. Right.
So this information will be very useful for Anna. It's like her pre-survey or pre questionnaire, because actually she will ask the people of Tamao about the preference and the activities of their use of public space in their community. But now I think it's a pretest for her. But we can also have the cases from many cities, which is very good for us actually. So
Yes.
please feel free to answer all questions, please. Thank you.
Okay, everyone, please support a bit. Yeah, I think they understand about the public space a bit with some part. Zoe, are you there?
Sorry.
Zoe.
Here.
Yeah. Can you explain about in your hometowns about public space that you show me last
In
time?
my hometown.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure. In my hometown, like, cause I'm living in a small town in China, and actually everything here, I think, is almost back to normal.
Oh, good for you.
And no one, yeah, no one wear mask, and yeah, and everyone just back to their normal activities. Like it's during the Corona-19, I think because I'm Muslim, so the mask, if you want to go into mask, you have to register, and then they are control the number of people every day. But now, yeah, just every day, everything back to normal. Like
that sounds great.
It's not higher anymore.
It's like they have a own norm. However, they stay in China, but that in Zoe hometown, like Muslim people. So that's why I think look like they have some culture. It's like different of big city in China. Right.
I really want to see like how they control the numbers of people, like how they control the density of the people in the town. Like it looks normal, but they have like some new regulations that you have to have, like this kind of members or numbers, like how much people can gather in just one place. Do you have any details? Or maybe describe it like in your feeling, like they count the numbers.
I think we have to do worship on the mask, right? So they teach.
Okay. In 80s, in just one place, right? In the gathering halls in.
Right.
Oh, that's pretty nice. Like they have a new normal kind of way, but they keep maintain the cultural event which is like they control the number of people, like they don't have this much of density, so they providing the counting the numbers to maintain the relationship between the Muslim people. That's nice. That's nice. And I really like that the people in that city like you, so you feel normal right now, like it's back to normal. That's great, because like we don't want to feel like this is not a normal life, right? That's great that the city shaping you to understand that it's normal. And yeah, that's nice. I'm jealous.
And I think the big city is quite different. I think yo, right?
Yeah.
Yo, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Yes.
Yeah. Can you explain about the public space in your town? It's quite big and many people.
Yeah, the
And not
public
green.
space.
Didn't green as well.
The
Right.
public space, the road is very wide, and like some of the even though the some of the district have the very wide road, like the how do I say that word? Sorry, I forgot what.
Where did you stay? May I ask? What city?
Kunming.
Kunming, I see.
Yeah, and it have lots of the district, and even against a mountain, the road is very wide too. So I live in the north of the Kunming, and from the north to the city centers, there are lots of the cars. Like every week, have the traffic jams.
Is it back to normal now?
Yeah, it's back to normal now.
But still some have a person wear mask.
Yeah. Some of them wear the mask, some of them not wear the mask.
Makes sense.
I have been to Kunming, but long time ago, I think over 10 years. And during the night, I observed that there are a lot of people walking around the city. Is it still the case?
Yes. For the city centers like the Green Lake, there are lots of people, even they don't wearing the mask, and just take a walk after the meal.
Right. And all the shops are open as normal?
Almost. For almost shop, they are open for normal, but some of the small shop, they close down.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
That's very nice. I would like to hear some student member from my class as well. Any ideas? My class, hello. Jennifer, are you here? Jennifer or Christina? Open your camera and mic and speak up. Share an idea. Hello. No one responds me. Polly. I saw the name. I just read it. Polly, Alex. Hello, are you still here? Open your mic and speak up. Yes, Alex, hello. Yes.
I'm not have question.
You don't have any question, but that's fine. I just want to know like what is your opinion after you hear much about like your senior, not a senior, like third year student, speak up about like the city and the change between the public space during the COVID-19. What about you? Where is your city? Describe that you live in. Alex.
But we are living same city. I also come from Kunming.
Yeah, but maybe you have a different perspective different opinion about Kunming's public space. Do you enjoy going night out in the street like Yo-Yo just said, or maybe like you have different lifestyle, you go to the lake, you go to like the public space, you playing basketball with friends. I want to know like what is your behavior, what is your social interaction in the public space?
Um, I think I'm living a busy city, so I like, but I like kind of quiet the feeling. So I always fishing.
Fishing.
Yes.
Oh,
With my
interesting.
parents going to the mountain. And place.
Oh,
I don't really like too many people like staying the same little place.
oh, that's nice as well. Like you don't have to think like the public space have to gather you with the other people or like the public space have to have like massive other people. No, you don't have to. Like public space can give you an idea that you can be in a way that you can feel comfortable with a less of members of people. And as you just said, like you went to fishing, you went to mountain, you want to be away from the other people. That's fine. That the concept of your public space, and you use your own perception. And I really like to see your drawing about what you want from the public space, right? In your perception, in your own point of view. You can draw it well, right? The concept of public space that you want. That could be like maybe they could wide enough that you can be in a way that could give you like the personal space. That could be great. Yes, you have an opinion. Thank you, Alex. But right now you are in Chiang Mai as well, right?
Yes.
Do you have any like the difference between Chiang Mai and China's public space? Do you still go to Chiang Mai for fishing or jumping to the mountain?
Now I didn't buy motorcycle yet, so.
Oh.
Difficult to go places, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Perlin. Hello. Hey, where you came from? Describe us about like the city that you live. What it look like.
Same as Alex. I'm from Kunming.
Yeah, that's great. We have many people from Kunming. That's great. And where do you live? Like, do you live in the center of the city or like nearby the CBD, business district, or where you live? Like,
I live in the city, and it's very not very noise, but people, but the shopping center have a lot of people every day. So that it is a very let me see. This is a very oh my god. This is a very lively city, and it's also very comfortable because there are 3 big lakes around our city.
Do you went to the lake? Do you often go to the lakes like Alex?
No, I just climbed the mountain beside the lake.
Okay, well, but it's still nearby lake. But what is your activity? Who you go with?
With my mother.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. So you went with your mother.
Yes.
And went to the mountain for walking, jogging, or like picnic?
No picnic, just climb the mountain.
Oh, How often do you went there? Do you go there? How often do you go there? Like twice a week, once a week, or every day,
Almost every week.
or every week, like once a week? Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Do you find,
Yes.
excuse me, do you find it's more often during this time than before? I mean, before the pandemic.
Pardon?
Do you go more often during the pandemic?
No.
No. Okay.
No, so it's the same, right?
Yes.
I see.
So
That's
so
really nice to know.
yeah. Where do you live? Like apartment or a house, a single house, or where do you live?
Apartment.
Oh, okay, I see. So I don't know, but for me, like I'm Chiang Mai person, right? Chiang Mai is big, so I'm not familiar with living in the condominium or apartment at all because like I feel like I have no land to walk by. I have no garden of myself. So I'm not familiar with living in apartment. But when I were in Japan for study, right, I have to live in apartment. So I feel like I have to go out. I have to go to the park. I have to went to the river because like I need to breathe. I need to breathe. I need to walk to a land that I'm familiar with. So this is Chiang Mai shaped me. Chiang Mai shaped me to feel like I always see the mountain on the cityscape. So I feel comfortable when I see the mountain in the city. So this is my Chiang Mai genetic inside of me. I don't know how, like maybe other Chiang Mai people don't think the same. But for me, I'm living in nearby mountain before like living in the Cholapatan Road, nearby Achan Kai neighborhood as well. Like I'm in between another side of the Khong Cholapatan. But that's nice to live and 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 the environmental that an urban space shaping us to feel comfortable to shape up like the personality till now, I think.
I think it affects us a lot, the way that you mentioned. And I think maybe Ne would like to add something about maybe your personal experience or and your research field experience.
Okay.
Okay.
And,
For first, after the pandemic, to make me know the COVID is make me know like the public space is important for my life and for the friends' life too. Because after the COVID, I met less people, and I feel like when we go out and anywhere, and people to fear each other, and we need to walk far away from other. So it's like to make me know like the COVID is make the social to go far away, and it feel like impolite when you walk past someone but you walk far more than before, and to pass someone. It's like I feel like the COVID is the bad situation to make about the social for go bad. And from my research, still researching, I feel like in my research is have is make me to know about this. We use less social.
She's interested in the Wualai district and Mun San community, and she will share with you again later on about her topic. And do you find any differences before and after the pandemic? Because I think you have been there before, a little bit before the pandemic, right? And then later on during this time, you find the public space use in that community? Is it different from what you have seen before?
It's different, but it's not much different because I'm studying in the community, small community, and they answer like they use less public space, and before and after is not much different they using that I seeing that might see. But
okay, please go ahead.
But for like the normal life, they still doing the normal life, but in the public space is not much different.
It's quite interesting here because Nee is interesting in the social network of the people in the small community, and she tried to see how these people or these network affect or how they use the public space, and in her interpretation she said it's not much different. I think because of the social relation of people is so close, so strong, so they can communicate, or I don't know, they do activities somewhere else, not in public spaces. So you will find out more about this later on. I think it should be very interesting. But actually, her topic is not directly on the pandemic or the COVID-19 situation, but the public space use and the social network. So it's like the social space and physical space, the relationship between those. Maybe you have some questions about this?
For I would like to ask everybody like about after COVID-19 or after this pandemic, do you have a new friends or an relation after the COVID or not? Like made new friends, made new person, or still have a social friends after pandemic? Because I wanna like know how many relation that before happened after this. You guys understand my question?
Yeah. I get it. Maybe Prem. Speak up.
It's less than.
Yeah. Do you have any friends? Yeah.
For pandemic. I know new friend like China friend here from the social.
Oh.
Yeah.
And after, like.
Yeah, I mean after the pandemic, I just know new friend from social media. More than seeing physical.
And how do you continue the relation? Like more talking?
We don't have much a conversation after the class, but yeah, like that.
San, would you like to add something?
I think he's just listening, maybe, but maybe he thinking about speak up something. I don't know, but interesting questions, Nee, because I'm 34 right now, and I'm not growing up with the social media. Like social media, it just happened in my 20s, and I'm not familiar with making friends from social media at all. But because people in social media right now a lot, and like every people in social media right now, so I'm making friends from social media a lot. But in physically, like when we first met in a person, I'm not know how to greeting, right? Hello, are you? Do you play 01 from Instagram? Are you like it's very awkward for me. But we know each other. Like we like every single photos to each other. Like we
know the daily life.
yeah, we know your life, which you represent on the Instagram, but in fact, like we met in the person, like I don't know how to say hi, but we know each other's, but I don't know, like we can describe with friends or not, but we know every story that you post on Facebook, but in real life, like I I barely talk to them, like I just like okay, smile, and then yeah, I know you know me, and we don't know each other in real life. And that happened to me a lot. Like I would say like this is a social awkward for me. Very social awkward moment for me. Like oh I know you know me, but we don't know each other for real life. But maybe it's happened to my generations. Like I don't know. Maybe cows. Are you familiar with making friends from social medias, or like you okay to, or you have friends in real life? You making friend more during the pandemic?
Um, actually, I'm not a social guy. I'm not good at social stuff. So on the internet, I like know friends from like playing video games.
Ah,
Yeah.
which video game that you play? Dota? Which one? League of Legends?
Like like playing PlayStation 4.
Oh, it's
Like
not
that.
online game, but
Yeah.
but you gather people, right? You have to play with the people nearby, or maybe like in the Wi-Fi area, Bluetooth area.
What?
You have to play with your friends, right? With the
Yeah.
PlayStation 4, or you random to the
Yeah,
player?
random.
Are you
So
random? Oh,
yeah.
okay. So you have interaction in the virtual space, which is you're using by the PlayStation. So like it making you that to knowing the people and making the social interact in the virtual space, right? I think you are still social, but not that much social. But you're using the virtual space, a digital platform, to get to know other people and have interact in the game. I think that's how human, that's how people living their life, right? We have to interact somehow with the people. But you growing with the digital age, and you use the PlayStation 4 to gather with the player by the connection of internet. So you kind of making friend, but you have like you provide the private life and public life so strict. So you don't have to know it, but you gather you participation in just one game. That's nice. Mhm. Okay, but back to public space. I think public space is very important to talk about in during the COVID-19, during the pandemic, and all the students from my class, like first architectural space. If you think like the government or maybe the city giving you the public space beforehand, before we have pandemic, like Chiang Mai, we have many parks, we have many gardens which is owned by the government. But in the pandemic, they closed. In the pandemic, they providing the many regulations to get in. So sometimes you cannot access in. But they have a new space like Angel, like many park, which is like many mountains that people often go to to spend their time, maintain the social interactions. Like I think Angel is pretty like the urban phenomenon for me, because people need to get out. People need to still like have the space to perceive the nature, to making friends, to continue the relation. They went to some place that which is wide enough, comfortable enough to feel like the life is still going on dur- even during the pandemic. I think that's why many people went to Angel, because they feel like this is still maintaining their socials and maintaining their spirit. I don't know, but for me, I went to Angel sometime because I feel like, but if I can find a place which is far enough, I can take off my mask and then I can breathe. I can seeing the nature, not just only seeing the nature through the screen. This is my opinion.
Yeah, I think that's also the observation of Anna's in Tamao community of her 4 public spaces. She found that during this time, people still use the area along the river, the open space, and more people use that space. But the rest of the activities or the space are, are closed. So I think she also mentioned about the green space is important, not just only for the normal situation. It's more important during this situation. That's what her observation, and maybe her question or her research will go further in this area. So just like to add something that maybe Anna said about it, but not so clear. We are talking about public space, right? And I think there are like 2 or 3 dimensions we like to think about it. The first is the accessibility. When we talk about public space, it should be a space that all people can access. But if you think about like some of the places which is not public owned, right? We have public and private owned as well. So that's the second thought. The first thought is accessibility. So sometimes the people can access, people can access the space quite freely. But you have to think about it in details. For example, the shopping malls, they are private owned, right? And it seems that nobody will bar you from entering those shopping malls. But in some senses, I think, the people of like the homeless or the poor people with ragged clothes, they are forbidden in some sense. So in a sense, it's not really public spaces, right? It's something public use, but not really public space for all. So the second thought is about the owner, right? The owner is public or private owned. Normally, most of the public owned, we think that it should be open to everybody, to every person, right? But if we think about it closely, for example, the museum at the center, at the heart of Chiang Mai old city, it's public owned. It's owned by public, which is, governmental offices. But sometimes it's closed, isn't it? We cannot enter after 6, because the fences are closed.
Yeah.
So it's like, something you need to think about on and accessibility. So I think the meaning of this is quite open, and in terms of public space, public use, public life, the ideal space is the space that open for all, and anyone can enter at any time. And Anna has already said about, every age, right? Every social status, everybody should be possible to enter those public spaces. And I think for the European or the Western experiences, this one is very important, especially in terms of city life. When you talk about urban life, city life or public life. They are talking about public space, and you know, street come very first of the public space, because I don't know, street is where everybody can come along, and a lot of activities can happen on the streets, right? So they have in Western, they have more items like plazas or more open space. But for example, in Chiang Mai, we just have, like, you know, the real public space very soon, because before we don't really have like Khuang Sam Kasat, you know, the at the center of the city, and that has been just rearranged for the public, and any people can enter at any time. And the third thing, I think, is the design of the public space, which may affect some of the use. But not only the design, as you may know, that not only physical aspect of public space that will affect the use, but also some other behavioral approach, or you know, psychological factors, or social factors. But anyway, the design of public space, which Anna is interested in, may point to something like, if you have the sitting area, you will have more people to use the space. Or if the space is climatic responsive, which means if the weather is hot, you have the shade, right? Shading area. Or if the weather is cold, you have the sunny area, something like this. And the other thing is, you know, the amount of the space, how big is the space, is not compatible with number of people who use it. This is the observation from, I think, William White, because he looked at through the small plazas in United States, and he like time-lapse camera, and he recorded everything, and he found out that not only big spaces, you know, huge open space or public space will be used by a lot of people, but the other factors is more important. For example, sittable area. If that space has a lot of sitting space, it will draw more people. And another observation, I think, which is very interesting, is if that space is used more by women, the space tend to be used by a lot of people. I guess because women are very aware of the safety, and if it's safe enough, a lot of women go to use that space. So that will be like more people will come too. And there are other observations. Some of them are quite funny. For example, the men will sit on the front row, where they can see everything clearly. So visible, you know, visibility of people who use public space maybe affect how they use the space. So you can think about these factors as well when you talk about your preference. You want to sit there, or you want to go there. Why you want to go there? Because you can sit that on the corner, that you feel safe, and you see a lot of things happen around you or whatever. So just think about those details as well when you draw your space, or when you describe the space that you like. Okay.
I really like the things that Ajahn Kai just mentioned. Like the design is just not physical things. You have to think of the social interaction, environmental, physical. It's just a part to making those things work. And most importantly, like you have to use your own perception, right? What is the concept of the public space that you understand? All of this you use by your own perception. The touch is hard or soft. The smell is clean or like it's not stinky. Or like the color that you virtual that you see. It could be like green or like what is the color that you feel comfortable. So I'm really looking forward to see the drawing because I think 11 of us in our class will use those drawing to build up for the midterm project for sure. So for my class, presentation of architectural space, you have to complete the questionnaire that Anna want us to complete. But I want you to copy all of that to become like your report. And then we'll talk about this in our class in Friday. And next Friday, we will have to present this to Ajahn Kai and Anna and talk about like what it would be in the new normal life, what is would be to the future, what is the concept, the new concept of the public space in the new normal life, right? I will share my screen for a bit. This is the next event. The next event of us will hold on not Tuesday. It could be Friday. Sorry, this is my fault. I have to change it right now. It could be Friday, 30th of July. We will have the presentation from 11 students from my class to present the perception study on public space in their own perception, and then we will talk about this, like what would be next for the public space in the new kind of new normal life. So I think that's it for today. Maybe it would be end by Anna who presented. You have anything to talk about, like your questionnaires or what you're looking for to the next Friday?
Oh, so I see a public space between different countries. So all of them come from the city that can I say that develop public space as well. So and now and have back to normal life. So it's different from Thailand. We just in the section of develop. Yes, so it is the lesson for me to understand that the city that's developed already or and the city that in the section of develop. So in the sentence, I hope everyone will have a public space that suit to your want. So that sentence I must is for me from Thailand that will have the public space. So however, I hope you will answer the question and present that to me that it is good for me that I will have it in my research. Yeah. So thank you everybody for listen and answer the question. And see you in the next presentation. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Anna. Thank you, Ajahn Kai. Thank you, Ajahn Nan, for bringing your student to join us. And it's very like warm our class very well. Like this is very nice. And anything of Ajahn Kai?
No, I think I have already mentioned, and just like to thank everybody who joined here. And I'm not sure Ajahn San is still here or maybe he just left. Okay, I just like him to add something, but it's okay. Thank you very much, everybody. And we will meet again very soon.
Yes. So see you guys on Friday, and see you all in next Friday. Okay.
Do you want to take photograph for this one?
Oh yes, why not? Ajahn Kai, should we?
But
Shall we?
Ajahn has already left.
Thank you, Ajahn Hu and Ajahn Kai.
But we would like to take a photo like the virtual photo group, group photos. Like everyone open your cameras, and then I will take a shot. Okay, open your camera. I stop share right now. Okay, so we will have the group photos. Everyone smile on a camera, like you're showing other people's face. Okay, maybe you just write out or making a signature. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, let me check about it. Okay, another short. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. This is a wrap. Thank you. See you guys next Friday.
Thank you.
And perception class, we'll talk about this on Friday. Okay,
Okay.
bye-bye. Have a good day.
See you. Bye-bye.
See you.
Bye.
ขอบคุณค่ะ
ค่ะ
Thank you.